Welcome back to the Blacksheep channel, folks. We're going to talk about prepping today. So preppers, thanks for tuning in. One topic that a lot of times you don't get talked about when you get your go bag set up, testing the stuff in your go bags. We had an opportunity recently. It was not a camping trip. It was just a backyard bonfire. But they were going to set up a tent for the kids, and we said, hey, what a great idea. We bought this tent for our go bag, and we haven't tested the tent. We ordered it off Bud K. We normally like everything off Bud K. Mr. Cadell, we love your stuff normally. But this was the teepee tent from Bud K. I'll show you some pictures of the intense 4-person teepee tent. Said $125 manufacturer suggested retail price, and it was only $69.99 on the Bud K website. So it looked good to us. I like the teepee style with the very tall roof. We said, hey, we can stand up in it. We won't feel so cramped. My wife's claustrophobic, so we didn't want a tent that was going to be too cramped. So I like the $69 price. When it came, here it is. Looked pretty compact, lightweight enough where you could have, if you had to, you could trek in with it, throw it on top of your backpack, and walk a great deal with it. Seemed like a good deal. This is what my point is. Test your gear. We take the tent along with us this weekend. We set it up in the backyard, and we were in for a rude awakening, frankly. The material, first of all, of the tent is really thin. So thin, as a matter of fact, as gently as we were trying to set it up. And we even put a tarp down on the pokey grass and then put the tent on top of the tarp. Still got a tear in the material on the floor of the tent. It's very thin material, okay? There were no instructions on how to set it up. We did manage to figure out how to set it up. It was fairly simple. It's just like a circus tent. Stick that big old tent pole in the center and then pull your guide wires all the way around and chung 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 chung. So in that respect, I guess it was kind of stable. We didn't have very strong winds. We had 15 mile an hour winds, 12 mile an hour winds all night, and it wasn't much to test it. But my point is, it's kind of thin material, zipping in and zipping out, constantly coming in and out of the tent. Those are not going to last. Those seams are going to start to tear. It's very thin material. It's cheap, and we're not impressed. So if we were within the 60-day return, we'd probably be returning it to Bud K, but we've had it too long, which is, again, my point. Learn from our mistakes. When you buy survival gear that you put $70 into, and there's a 60-day return on it or something like that, test it out beforehand. Test it out beforehand. But it's no. At least we know now that this tent's not going to work for our needs. Better that we know now, after a weekend excursion with some friends around a bonfire, than in a serious emergency SHTF situation. So, test your gear, folks. We tested a little bit out of the go bag tent, the machete, the machete that normally hangs here. I did have a go at a pine tree. See my boo-boo? See my boo-boo? I had a go at some pine trees that needed to be trimmed near the camp, and the machete works real good. So no problem with the machete. We tested that also. But the tent we found lacking. Also, besides the material, the design of that center pole. Once we got in the tent and realized we wanted something on underneath our sleeping bags, more than just earth, like the foam roll or an air mattress or something to get us up off there, it's going to be hard to maneuver that with that tent pole in the center. You know, what if the wife and I wanted to zip our sleeping bags together? Tent pole in the center. So we didn't like that whole design. We didn't look at it. I didn't look at it again in the catalog real clear when I ordered. Here's what happens when you assume stuff. You know, I saw the big tall ceiling height on it, read the dimensions, and thought 4-person tent for 2 of us, that looks good, and didn't realize that there was a center pole as part of the design. So, caveat emptor, buyer beware. Mr. Bud K, Mr. Cadell, we found one thing in the last couple years on your website that we were unsatisfied with. Just one thing. We still love you. Don't worry, Bud K, we still love you. If you have an affiliate program for small channels, I am growing. Smaller channels, I'm growing, getting more subscribers every day. Thanks to you guys. And again, that's what we're doing, Tubathon today. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button down there and share this on social media. And give me a thumbs up if you like it. And if you didn't, tell me about it down in the comment section below. Okay? I appreciate you watching today. Thanks for watching the Blacksheep channel. Be safe out there, and we'll see you next time.